All right, welcome to the Real Talk Football TV Premier League debate show. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tobias and Shaq. All right, let's go to Liverpool. Tobias, you've been screaming from the start. You said Liverpool couldn't get go. They can win the title. Can Liverpool win the title?
Listen, I said that because all of you are trying to do this underdog story. I'm not having it. I'm not waiting until February before you start talking. You need to start the pressure now. Like you're trying to.
What are you on about? It's because it's no underdog story. We've got our whole midfield ripped apart. We're bragging a brand new ripped apart. We've bragging a brand new midfield
improvement,
and we came fifth.
Improvements.
So when have you ever seen a team come from fifth to first? I haven't seen it yet.
Bro, that's irrespective. Like you needed that midfield gone and a new one coming.
Yeah, but
yeah, suppose guys hit the floor running, hit the ground running, shall I say? You got depth now, even though you're not playing him in Endo. You're trying to play with this McAllister as the pivot type. But I've always said that you lot can win the title over Arsenal. I don't believe that Arsenal are the ones that should be considered the front runners, and I believe that you guys.
But why? They came second last year, led the league for basically 70% or even 80% of the league, and fell away at the last hurdle.
But the first time in how long?
Yeah, but they were top.
Time in how long?
Over 10 years, but they were top. They were top for so long.
So none of the players in that system have been in that predicament before.
Yeah, but the experience from last year will keep them in good stead for this year.
Yeah, it will. I agree. And with how they've been working this year, even when they haven't been playing well, they've been winning. But you lot have been doing the same. And you lot have got a lot of goals in you. Like, these last-minute goals are pissing me off. They're getting on my nerves. These comebacks are getting me so mad.
Mentality monsters, mate.
No, they're getting me mad. And you've been doing it. And that's what you've been doing. So I believe that you guys are going to be more so challengers this time around than Arsenal.
Well, you know what? I've said from the start, I want Liverpool to win the league, but I've always said Arsenal win it. I think that for a few reasons. First reason is that no team ever has won 4 league titles on a spin, and that's for a reason. I think Man City winning the treble has took 10-15% off their team. I think big players like Mahrez and Gundogan, and they've replaced them with Doku and Kovacic, who are good players, but they're not proven like Mahrez and Gundogan, especially getting big goals in big games. I think that's been a leveler. And the best midfielder in the Premier League's out for 4 months, and he might not be the same. So that's why I don't think Man City will win it, but they're still favourites because they've got a monster up front who can score goals all the time. Reason why I've gone with Arsenal, because I like their defensive and their attacking defensive structure when I watch them. They're hard to counter-attack. They're hard to break through the lines. They've got arguably the best centre-half in the Prem on form in Saliba, and I think he's making players around them better. I think when I watch Arsenal, they remind me of Liverpool when we won the league. They're very defensive based in the sense of they're winning games 1-0. They can keep clean sheets. They just need to score 1 goal. They win games, and they never look like they're in any sort of pressure. I think maybe the squad depth would be a problem, but you need to be lucky with injuries. That's like how Liverpool were. We didn't have the biggest of squads. And maybe they haven't got a striker. But if you go to Liverpool maybe got more goals than Arsenal, but they're easier to play against, to break lines. They haven't got a specialist number 6. They have, but they're not playing him. But when he does come on, he's looking good at the moment. But they're easier to play against. I look at Arsenal. I think Arsenal are harder to play against. And I think the experience from last year, them not winning it and being top for so long and losing the last hurdle. And I think if Arsenal get in the same position, I don't think they'll make the same mistake twice. That's why I think.
How many world-class players have Arsenal got in their team?
It doesn't matter. I think
I'm asking.
I don't think they've got one. I don't think they've got one. I think they've got very good players, and they've got players who have the potential to be world-class, like Odegaard, Saka, Saliba. They've got potential world-class players, but they have to prove it to be world class.
How many would you say you guys have got?
Two at the moment who are proven, and that's Van Dijk and Salah. Sorry, and Alisson. Sorry, Alisson. Alisson's the man.
You can squeeze three in there if you try.
Yeah, I forgot. They're but they've proven. Yes, they're the proven three world class players. But
and you look at Salah being, if you look at the top players, and you've been calling for Salah that top player and player of that ability. Then I believe that if we're saying that Saliba has made such a difference to Arsenal, and I agree, he's top defender, and it proved so more so last year when he got injured, because that's when they sort of fell off. But I don't see why the emphasis isn't on Salah to be dragging you lot through, as top players do.
Yeah, but that's what he's done. That's what he will do. You know what Salah's going to do? Salah's going to get you 30. He's not going to be injured. He's going to get you 30 goals in all comps. And that's going to be his job. That's what he does every year.
Yeah, he'll do that. And plus, he likes Nunes because he passes to him for some reason. Because
Nunes does his running. He's a clown.
So he loves Nunes. So he will feed Nunes here and there. So I don't. Diaz has been a problem. The injury was a setback.
Yeah.
If your midfielders keep improving and keep growing the way they are, and in fairness, the club he's been playing the three new ones straight away, so they're gelling quicker. So the quicker their man can gel, the quicker they can adapt to the whole style of play of Liverpool, which they seemingly have done. I reckon you're tying up defensively. I think with what you've got, as you said, the change in midfield, like, it needed to freshen up, but you have better quality in there. Once that quality is realised and the players know how to facilitate that within their new playing style, as the season goes on, and if you make a signing within January, if you don't think Endo's that six that you crave, then you got more than enough depth. And I reckon with the experience and, as you say, the world-class players, they should triumph in the end. It burned my soul if Liverpool win the league. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, but that's the way I'm seeing it, man. Like, it's roles reverse, isn't it? I'm seeing you like nick the winners late on, coming from like I couldn't really. Well, I say Brentford. It was the most recent one, but that was out of nowhere. That was just fluke. That was a gift from the gods. But you got doing it more on a consistent basis. And with Europa, I reckon Arsenal will put a lot of emphasis within the Champions League. Europa, you got that flexibility. You got that flexibility to rotate and give the Curtis Jones and the lesser players, Simicaz, and lesser players, Gomez, time. Like, I don't think the game would have been as bad as it was with Alisson in goal the other day. Yeah, so I don't think it would have been that goal heavy.
I think we would 4-0, but going, yeah. I think
and the uncertainty that you've not really have got is the only place that hasn't really got uncertainty. Do you know what I mean? Like, the goalkeeper situation at Arsenal.
Arsenal ain't got uncertainty.
No, in terms of the goalkeeper situation, we could disrupt things. But you guys got what seems like a happy camp. Everyone knows their role. There's no really big movement going on.
And you say about the happy camp, I think with Liverpool, the biggest factor is Klopp. And I think
the hugs, man.
Yeah, I've always said Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp are the best when no one talks about them. The times where we've been favourites, and that's the times we've been favourites, that's when we flopped. The times that no one's talked about us and people put doubts, that's when we roar back. I just think if Liverpool could buy a couple of players in January, i.e. maybe a DM, or maybe not even a DM, because I think other teams have got so much deficiencies, it looks like you might not need one. I would rather go and buy a right back and start putting Trent in midfield.
I was just about to say that as well. I was hearing a lot of noise about Trent can't defend a couple of weeks back.
No, put him in midfield now. Like, if you put, he could get 10 goals a season.
Yeah. The problem with him in midfield, I think, more so when you've got the ball, if he's going to play that role, he needs to learn to stop chasing the ball. So he tries to force the pass. When more time when you play in that position, standing still creates the most space. Pirlo was the master at that. But I think when I was watching him and he was forcing it too much. He just needs to relax.
I just think sometimes he tries to play the killer pass, but I think he's got it in him. I think he could do everything. If you put him in midfield with right players around him, he can get 10 goals from midfield. He's an old school midfield player if you play him there because he can shoot from long range. He's got free kicks in him, and I think it's time for him now to transition into midfield permanently. So if we can get a solid right back, maybe not even a DM, because I say, like I said, the top 3 teams, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, they all got deficiencies. I think Liverpool is still a bit too easy to play against. Man City are so easy to play against. Just got to put one ball over the top, you're in. And Arsenal can't score a lot. So all of them have got deficiencies. So maybe it's about injuries and who's got the experience. And maybe it might come down to Liverpool and Man City, because Liverpool have only shown the only team to push Man City to the limit.
And all I do know is if you do win the league, will be the end of my life anyway. But if Salah was to drag you over the line, oh my God. I ain't going to hear the last of it. I ain't going to hear the last of it.
Set off to the sunset to Saudi Arabia. He deserves it. Get his big P. Be the poster boy of that league.
Yeah, but come on, Arsenal.
All right, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Who do you think is going to win the league? Can Arsenal or Liverpool win the title? Tobias, last word.
Come on, Arsenal, man. I said it too early. Can't be coping with any other solution, really. Like that. That's nonsense to me. And as bad as that will be. No,
we are Raw Talk.
No, you didn't. No, I'm not even going to get into the praise.
No, he's terrible. He's terrible. We are out, Raw Talk Football TV.